So what we've decided to do here at Surfside is take the individual riders that work here like Mike, and we are going to actually, instead of going through every board and making it kind of boring and forcing the issue, we're going to pick our favorite boards. And after Mike, we're going to have some of the other riders that work here come up and talk about their favorite boards. So Mike, of all the boards we carry in the store, can you limit it down? I know you already have to 3 or 4 boards that you would really like to ride.
Definitely can do that. Picked them out here, go through them, we'll talk about some of the things I like about them and why I like to ride them.
And what kind of rider are you, Mike?
I like to say I'm an all over the mountain person, but most people see me in the park for the most part, so I guess I'm a park rider.
There you go, that's what I've heard.
So, first board up, just a board I got to ride last year that I fell in love with is the park board from Signal. This is a 150. I use it a little bit smaller because it's still a really snappy, fun board. I had a great time going top to bottom in Mammoth with it. I could ride it in the park. I could ride it off the top of the mountain, just in powder. It worked really well.
Now, is this a rocker board or a cambered board or a rocker camber board or what?
So I believe this board is a camber board. You can see it, maybe.
It even says it right there. I know it's a cambered board, yeah.
Well, trying to show the profile, but I love camber. I like the snap that it gives. It provides a lot of pop. So if I want to ollie over stuff, over a tree, into a tree, it's really fun. It is probably one of my favorite boards I rode last year.
Now, Signal's a local company too to Southern California, right?
And that's a big thing for me too. Like Signal coming out of Huntington Beach, California. It's really cool. I've been to their warehouse, seeing how the boards are made. Really down to earth people. I like what they do. As all the other companies, it's nice just to see a company out there putting out good product and being really mellow and down for the sport. So
now the owners of Signal, guys like Dave Lee, former super cool guy. Amazing. So we like to support our friends too. Yeah. What's your next board, Mike?
Really cool. Put this guy right here. Next board I got is the Rome Artifact 1985. This is actually a rocker board. Definitely more in the jib mentality for snowboarding. It's also in a 150. I could go a little bit smaller, but I choose to use a little bit more board so I have a little more speed. I like to come in fast to my jumps and into my rails. So with this board, you have the rocker. It's real nice and flexible. I like to use the Rome 390s with it. Really good board.
The binding?
Rome 390 is a binding.
Okay.
It's a little stiff, but it works torsionally, very soft, and works very well with the board. So it flexes really smoothly through this board, and it lets me get on rails and bend and twist the board the way I want.
Cool.
So like that board a lot. Next board is the Forum Youngblood. This guy right here. This has their double dog technology, which is the best of both worlds idea of rocker technology right here, camber technology from underneath your bindings to just outside of it. Cool thing about these boards is if you're riding through the flat, it's just real buttery, real fun to ride. It's not hard trying to like push down a camber, or not too washy because you still have the camber to hold. And then also coming into a jump, it's real snappy. I can really send it off a lip and get my turn or my spin to come around, get the board into my hand for a grab. The ollieing power is amazing because it's a shorter distance to snap off of, and so it's just really poppy, really fun. But then jumping on a rail, I have the reverse camber to really work out and be nice and smooth, so I don't really catch my edge all that often. Still a soft board. This one's a little bit stiffer. It comes in at a 4 on the scale of 10, so I really like this board for park riding and mountain riding anywhere.
Cool.
Last but not least, probably, I think this was my favorite board I demoed last year. This is the Easy Living Flying V in a 152. Has that very similar rocker story. It's rocker in between your feet, camber on the outside. Cool thing that this board has is the channel system that Burton uses. I like that, using the EST binding.
Which one do you use, a Cartel or?
I'll use either the Cartel or a Prophecy. I like the Prophecy. It's really good binding.
That's a new one in the line.
It's brand new this year. It came from, it uses part of the of the old binding of the Triad, which was my favorite binding up until got to the Prophecy. So using it with this board though, it really just gives you a lot of torsional flex and really good board feel because it's a minimalist design on the binding. So it just fits really well to the board. I love that feeling of really feeling my board, especially on rails and off jumps, because coming off a lip, I like to feel my board so I don't catch an edge and send myself to oblivion. So this board comes in, it's that real snappy board, but still fun on rails. I would take this board to any mountain, I guarantee it's going to perform. Definitely fun, a little stiffer, so it's real fun. I can take it off. I would trust it taking it off a 70-foot jump and on a 20-foot rail, not having any fear. So
you guys, let me disqualify Mike here. He's a super good rider. I don't want him to be talking about himself. He likes to. No, I'm just kidding. He's a super humble guy, but he's an instructor up at Bear Mountain this year, and so this guy really knows his stuff, and you can trust in what he says. And each one of these boards might not be the best for you, but I think it's a good deal to get some of the better riders in our store to dial you guys in on what they like the best.